Everyone. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite months of the year. I say this every year, but June and October are my two favorite months of the year. Things are good, the weather is beautiful and sunny and hot, and you know, I'm doing okay. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all your comments on my recent video about my recent breakup. I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video because I literally sat down, turned on my camera, and did a whole little talk through about it and what I'm working through, how I'm doing. And I shared a lot about how I just really don't know what I'm doing right now with my life. And I think that's something a lot of 20-year-olds can relate to. And so even though I do these monthly reset videos, even though I, budget every month and do these like productive vlogs, I want you guys to know, and I said this in that video too, that like I am not perfect. I do not have it all figured out. I just like bringing you guys along on my journey to figuring it out, on my journey of self-improvement, on my journey of goal setting, of running a business. So I had never hoped that these videos come across as like, I have my life together. Here's how you can do the exact same steps. It's more of I'm trying to figure out this great thing we call life. And here's how I'm trying to reach my goals and how I want to find success in my life. And here's like my journey of doing that. To be honest, with all of that being said, I'm not going to do a reflection of my May goals in this video because I don't even want to look at the goals I set for May because of this breakup and everything. May was just like thrown out the window. Like, I'm sure I achieved some great stuff, but I also know it was a lot of getting through each day, figuring out the next step. And sometimes you have months like that where literally getting through each day is an accomplishment in itself. I have read through every single comment you guys left on that breakup video. I'm so thankful for you guys, people who could relate, who said this video helped them through their breakup, or if you're in a similar position now, or you were a year ago, or 6 months ago, or 5 years ago, or maybe I've had some girls even DM me and be like, I was where you were at 2 years ago, and now I'm so happy, I'm getting married, everything's working out, like just stay the course, like trust in God. You guys were giving me such great encouragement, and it's gonna make me tear up because I just love you guys so much and I'm so thankful for you. Let's get started with this June reset. We are gonna be doing everything from going through my June goals, going through my new planner. This is like sad, exciting, everything in this intro. We're going to be going through a lot. Of course, I'm going to be sharing my content corner. I saw a lot of new movies this month and I read 3 new books. So we're going to do a little roundup and review of those things. I'm going to do some cleaning and we're just going to have a good time. So grab your notebooks, grab your planners, and we'll get started. If you haven't watched one of my reset videos before, I kind of go through these resets through my planner that I designed and sell called the Daily Planner for my brand Dream Daily. You guys love it. I've already had people reorder because it's 6 months long. The people who started using it in December of last year are needing a new one. Or if you purchased it in January, it's going to be up by the end of June. So perfect timing for a new launch. I am so excited for this new launch. It is, drumroll, so our summer collection is called the Coastal Collection. You guys know I love my blue. This is the standard Dream Daily blue that comes in our workbooks. So we now have 3 products that all match the same color blue. You can now get your daily planner in this color with the gorgeous gold foiling and a dreamer journal with gorgeous gold foiling as well. These have the same pages as the previous products. The Dreamer Journal does have some new prompts though too. So if you have bought Dreamer Journals in the past and you've run through all of the prompts at the beginning, this is gonna have some new ones for you guys, which is exciting. And then the rest is a blank line journal, as you guys know. And we have a brand new journal color called Sand.
It's kind of hard to see with my lighting right now, but this is a gorgeous textured beige. It has little like flecks of white and darker beige in it. It's giving very much like Magnolia collection because it also has the white embossing. It feels so nice. It's still the linen hardcover. It's just a little bit more textured. Has it on the back as well, the same white bookmark, same interior pages, just a little bit of a different color. So we have sky, we have sand, and I am so excited for this new collection. It is launching this coming week, the first week of June, so get excited. But if you're looking for a new planner or a new journal to keep track of all your summer adventures, your summer bucket list, if you're going through a breakup or just a healing journey or a personal rebrand of your own, grab a journal. It's seriously the most therapeutic thing. It's one of the easiest things you can do to improve your mental health, in my opinion. So grab a journal, a cute one for the summer. These are going to remind you of like summer I turned pretty vibes, coastal vibes. I'm so excited for you guys to get these. So like I said, launching very soon, but let's go ahead and open it up and talk about my June goals. Okay, here is the goal setting page in the daily planner if you've never seen it before. Basically I choose 3 big goals and then some mini goals, and then break those big and mini goals down into projects and habits. So for big goals, this isn't like a tangible one, but just continuing to take time to rest. I know going through a breakup, it's quite a big life adjustment, and I'm not expecting to be healed overnight. I'm not expecting to be okay just a month later. I know it's going to take time. So just taking time to rest, to heal, and work through that. And being gracious with myself, and like not judging myself like, oh, you should feel better by now, or you should feel worse by now. Like just being gracious with myself and where I'm at. Number 2 is the Coastal Collection launch. Getting excited for that. Still a lot to do there, but excited for it. And then also, like I mentioned, I'm doing a little like summer rebrand your life series on TikTok and the YouTube video, but mainly on TikTok. So go follow me there. We're almost at 10,000 followers on my personal TikTok. I'm trying to get to that. So I'm excited. For mini goals, these are kind of some of those like habits I mentioned that I'm going to focus on hitting every day to kind of feel like I have a little bit of control in my life. I want to get 7,000 steps daily. 10,000 is honestly, it's just a lot for me because I sit for work usually, but I think 7,000 is more doable. I'm trying to really increase my protein, and to actually measure it, I like estimate it. I don't really count macros or like weigh my food or anything, but just estimating around 100 grams of protein a day. And then once I hit that, I want to get up to like 120, 130 grams of protein a day. Just have done some research on that, and I've been doing it for the past few days, literally the past 2. I've been hitting 100 grams a day, and I feel like I'm fuller, I feel better, and I'm also increasing my workouts this month, so I just want to make sure I'm getting adequate protein. So the next habit is sticking to a consistent workout schedule. I'm excited to share more about that in my little rebrand video. And then posting 2 to 3 TikToks a day, and working on my summer bucket list, which is basically like having fun. Oh, I didn't even see this stuff behind me. Having fun, doing fun things. I need to transfer my bucket list over from this planner to this planner. And I didn't get a ton of things done off my summer bucket list in May, but I know I'm going to get a lot done in June on here. But let's see. Some things I did get done was swim at night. Me and my friends, we randomly, spontaneously jumped in the ocean after dinner one night because the water felt so warm. It was like sunset. Like we went swimming in our dinner dresses at sunset, which was so cute and fun. We weren't in there long, but we did swim at night in the ocean, which was so fun and freeing. And then what else did I do? I've already had some pool days. And did I do anything else yet? This Saturday I'm doing a Pirates of the Caribbean movie night, so we're gonna check some of these off in June for sure, but I just want to continue working through my summer bucket list. I want to get done with all these fun activities. I want to do all these fun activities by the end of August. So then I break down these goals into projects and habits, and this is how they actually get done. So the big project is the Coastal Collection launch, and so I have a Notion page where I break down like everything I need to do for this launch to happen, the timeline, the to-do list, all the little stuff, and that's kind of the big project that I'm working through. And then habits are all those like mini goals, like posting to TikTok every day, 7,000 steps, workout, protein, making sure I'm doing that every day. All right, so those are my June goals. Now I'm going to show you guys how I fill out the monthly calendar in here and how I tab the planner with the new planner tab. So these Planners are undated, so you just fill in the dates every month as for the month. So we're gonna fill this out together and get our planner set up for the next 6 months.
So these are the new planner tabs. I'm so excited for them. We have this pearl color and also an onyx black color. You can see more on our website. They're just a few dollars and they help you divide up your planner. So it's easy to flip to the page that you need. With the tabs, you get January through December. So actually one thing of tabs will last you a whole year for 2 planners because these are 6 months long. There's also 2 versions of each of these. So again, one tab sheet will last you 2 planners and you have your to-do list, ideas, goals, notes. You can kind of divide up these where you want them. Obviously the months are gonna go on the monthly spreads and you can start these whenever you want. So just tag it on there and then fold it over. Let's go to the next month. My mom showed me this hack. Putting it on this side first so that you can easily know where the next line is going to be. So smart of her. And if you mess up, like this one's a little bit crooked, they are able to be re-sticked if you do it quick enough. There we go, we have our months, and then at the start of our to-do list pages, I like putting the to-do tab here, and I usually do this a little farther down. Like I'll do it, let me do it down here. All right, and there are all of my tabs. You can kind of adjust them how you want, but now they're ready to go for when I need to flip to a certain page, a certain month, and it's just much easier to organize and to flip through your daily planner. So I'm really excited about these tabs and just how cute they turned out. I absolutely love them. So all of this will be linked in this YouTube video. You can like shop it near the description box, or I'll also put the link to the website in the description box.
So now that our planner is all ready to go for the next 6 months, I am going to do a little refresh around my home. I love deep cleaning like once or twice a month, doing the showers, the sinks, the stove, all of that fun stuff. So we're gonna do some cleaning and just make our space feel fresh. That's something I've like been letting slide the past month, you know, but we need to work on it.
content corner where basically I round up and review all of the movies, TV, and books I read or watched in the previous month. So let me pull up my notes. Let's start with TV. Bridgerton, one of my favorite TV shows actually. I was so excited for this new season, and I am gonna rate it an 8 out of 10. I know it's only the first 4 episodes. We're still waiting on the next 2, which will be in my July reset, a recap of those because they come out in a few weeks. But I was happy with it. I watched it all by myself. I still need to rewatch it again because I feel like I missed a lot. That's my one note, is it felt very rushed. I don't know, it's because I binged almost all the episodes in one sitting, but it just felt quick. And maybe it is because it was only 4 episodes, 4 hours, and so many storylines. But I was overall happy with it. I wasn't a huge fan of some of the costumes. I feel like they're doing a little too much with the costumes. It's like taking away from the show. I like the more like Bridgerton style, simple, elegant costumes, but some of these were like outrageous. And I'm like, they're looking a little crazy. Colin and Penelope, I thought, did a really great job acting-wise, chemistry-wise. Colin, I know, is a little bit cringe at the beginning because like his travels, he's like not acting like himself, being so flirty with everyone. That was a little icky, but towards the end, like the very last episode when they're finally get together, like literally the last few minutes of the show, perfection. Them giggling in the carriage after, that was probably my favorite moment from the whole first half of the season, was right after the carriage scene. We all know we're giggling together, spoiler alert, and he asks her to marry him. Favorite moment from the season. It just seemed like more real Colin, like the real Colin finally came out. And so I'm hoping that in the second half of the season we see more of that young, boyish, laughing type of Colin rather than this like traveler flirt. I know your thoughts in the comments on any of this content. I love to hear what you guys think of these shows and movies too. The next show I finished was Survivor, the season 46, the finale. Oh my gosh, so good. I give Survivor every season like a 10 out of 10. I love Survivor. I think it's the most fun show. It's the best reality show I think ever created, and it would be the #1 reality show I would go on. And now me and my roommate and her fiance are watching other seasons as well, which is fun, like older seasons. 2 movies that are new. The Idea of You, which came out on Prime Video. I'm gonna rate this a 7 out of 10. I had low expectations. Well, I had low expectations because I know it's based on a book. I like Harry Styles. I don't love Harry Styles, like a diehard Harry Styles fan. So I was like, oh, I'm excited to watch a cute rom-com. Don't know how I'm gonna like this storyline though, but Anne Hathaway is one of my, if not my top favorite actress. She's actually probably my favorite actress ever. So I had high expectations for her. And she did not disappoint. Even though this is a 7 out of 10, I feel like the acting was very mature. I think the main guy and Anne Hathaway both did a great job acting in serious moments and fun moments. Even though it was kind of like a silly plot, I enjoyed it. A really fun girls' night movie I watched with literally like 8 other girls. Highly recommend. Then me and my family went and saw Hitman. No, not Hitman. We saw The Fall Guy, which is the new Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling movie. Both of them have just been in so many films recently, and Glenn Powell, like he has been in everything lately. Anyway, I rate this movie like a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10. It was cute, it was funny. I don't know if I would have had to seen it in theaters. I think I would have rated it higher if I saw it at home. It was good in theaters, but it's definitely like a great at-home movie, so watch it when it comes out on Prime, or like you can rent it at home. I liked it because it was a unique plot line. Basically, Ryan Gosling is a stuntman set for a famous movie star. He falls in love with Emily Blunt's character, who is the director. That's just like the beginning of the movie. And then he gets framed for a murder and has to like figure out how to keep doing the movie for her, but also get out of being framed. So it's like an action romance, and I love an action romance. Okay, now let's get on to books. Guys, I am behind on my reading goal. I am 4 books behind right now. I'm about to finish one. I'm speed reading one currently. So I need to read like 4 or 5 books in June, which is crazy. But I read 3 in May, and they were all pretty different. First book that I read this month and finished was Bridesmaid for Hire by Megan Quinn. This is 450 pages. It was a long rom-com. Again, you guys probably know by now if you've watched these. My thing for rom-com books is they don't need to be more than 350 pages. So I've read a few Megan Quinn books, and I think I do like her writing, but it's a little too spicy for me. It has a lot of smut
in her books. So for me, it's a little much, but the storyline was cute. It's basically an older brother's best friend trope, also a one bed trope. So the main female character is a wedding planner, which I really liked that they talked a lot about like the highs and lows of running her business and like what she was struggling with. So I did like that aspect a lot. But she's on vacation and she stumbles into this billionaire's wedding and they're having trouble. And she's like, let me step in and help you because I'm a wedding planner. Like this is going to be great for my business. But also her enemy, but like her brother's best friend is there and they are really not friends. Like they kind of annoy each other. Like there's a lot of banter going back and forth, but they team up and pretend to be a fake couple. So it's also a fake dating trope. There's so many tropes in this. I feel like all these books now have so many tropes. It's fake dating, one bed, and older brother's best friend. So they team up, fake date. They act like they're dating so that they can hang out with the billionaire family and go to the wedding and goes from there. It's a cute summer read, especially if you're like wedding planning right now. I think it'd be fun. But overall 3 stars for me. Not gonna be super memorable. Completely changing lanes. The next book I finished finally is Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. Yes, this is what the show is based off of. I have never watched the show, but it's like one of my brother's favorite things ever. He loves the show and the books, and he was begging me to read the books because I knew I can't watch the show. It's too violent for me, too gory. Don't like that stuff. The book was borderline a little much for me, but reading it I think is easier than watching. And he begged me to read the books, so like the good sister I am, I read. But overall, I'm gonna give it 4 stars, okay? It was very good, of course. Like, I don't think I need to tell you guys, Game of Thrones is a good plot and storyline. It's so popular for a reason. It's a very popular book, incredibly popular TV shows for a reason. It's like an iconic fantasy series. What was hard for me is that, you guys know I'm a big romance girly. Even my fantasy books are romantic-y. Like, romance is a big part of the plot in pretty much everything I read. But this had no romance. So that, I think, along with the fact that it's really dense, is what made it hard to get through. I think I would give it a higher rating, a 4.5 or a 5 star. If it was a little quicker pace, there's so much detail, which a lot of people like that, like the detail of every character, of every location they travel to. But for me, because I read a lot, like I kind of want like a quick pace, like give me the world building, but I don't need to know the texture of the tree bark. Like, okay, I'm good. Like just keep it moving. So I do think I'm gonna read the next book in the series, but I need to take a break. I probably will pick it up in the fall again, or I may try to watch the TV show because I am really curious as to know what happens. And I think the first book is pretty much the first season of the TV show, so there's a lot to watch. But overall, if you love the TV show, or you're just interested in a iconic fantasy book with no romance that's like super heavy world building and character development, you'll love it. Grab it. It's a classic. It also, though, is just this first book at least, my brother says they get a little bit happier moments, but this first book is very sad, so just to keep that in mind. But great plot twists, great characters. Okay, and then the last book that I finished and read while I was at the beach is The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. This is a YA romance, basically about a girl who's 18 years old, and every summer they go to Martha's Vineyard, to their family farm. But last summer, her older sister passed away. Shared a lot about grief, which you normally don't find in like a beachy read, but I think this author did a great job balancing the two. And basically, their family plays a giant game of Assassin, which is like a water gun game, during their cousin's wedding, which is this summer at the Cape. And of course, she meets another guy, one of the groomsmen, and they kind of team up together and play this game and also like try to figure out each other's feelings. It's a lot going on. It takes place during the course of a week that summer. And I rate it a 3.5 because here's the thing. So many people told me this is such an amazing book. Even I bought this at Barnes & Noble, and even the cashier was like, oh, this is so good. Love this one. She was my age. And I was like, okay, I think my expectations were too high for it because so many people told me they loved it. So I was expecting like a 5-star read. For me, it just wasn't a 5-star read. And I think I would have rated it at least a 4 if I had liked the main female character more, but she was kind of annoying to me. She just like abandoned her cousins and her friends for when she had a boyfriend in high school. Then that boyfriend broke up with her, and her friends were like, oh, are you gonna hang out with us now? And she's like, no, I found a new guy this summer. That just, I'm sorry, I feel like it really annoyed me. Like it annoyed her cousin and her friends in this, but it was a unique storyline with the whole wedding and the game that the whole family's playing. That was really fun to read. But it just wasn't something that I'm like, oh, I need to reread this every summer. I need to reread this. It's one of my favorites. So for that, it's getting a 3.5 stars from me. But if you want a fun YA book that has a little bit of a different, but if you want a fun summer read that's YA and easy to read and to understand, go for it. It's a really cute color too. I'm obsessed with the pink hydrangeas. Like, I love it. So beautiful. And I'm probably gonna keep this book at the beach house, which will be fun. All right, that is it for my June reset. Feels good to be back in the groove filming this video for you guys. I hope you liked it. I hope it gave you some inspiration for your own monthly resets. Just a little PSA, I'm not gonna do a budget with me this month, but you will get one in July. And I'm gonna be doing a lot of like mid-year reset type of videos. So I think I wanna do like a mid-year finance video, that summer rebrand video towards the middle to end of June. So yeah, just look out for that. But no budget with me this month, but I'll pick that back up in July. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you again for all your sweet comments and support and understanding. And I will see you guys in my next video.